Hello, hello. While you may be going through a very tough and sunny day, let me take you into this beautiful, smart climate greenhouse. I say beautiful on purpose. Once you get in there, it is all beauty, man. The energy in there, the plants, and everything. I wish you all could share this moment with me, but I hope you will do through this video presentation. So here we have our largest single greenhouse. It measures 720 square meters. So you see it standing right here. In here we have 6,000 plants, three different types, varieties. So we have there you have the red bell peppers. Here we have cherry tomatoes, and down there we have the yellow bell peppers. So follow me. Let's go see what's happening there. I'll take some time to explain to you some of the processes and why we have this going in here rather than doing it out here. Follow me. First, one thing about the greenhouse, it always needs to be secured. So all our greenhouses have locks in them. It's very important. Second most important is to get a sanitization bath. So here you make sure that you trample your shoes enough so it cleans up the bottom, just in case you might be carrying in any infestations. Where do we start from? Bell peppers, cherry tomatoes, or all the bell peppers here. Look at that. One thing you will notice is the sequence of growth, right? We would start harvesting these bell peppers. As you would see, they already, you would find a few ripe ones. Yeah, you can see right there the red ones. So you can see a few of them, right? Getting ready. Once we start to harvest this, 2 weeks after, we are harvesting these tomatoes right here. Okay, here we have regular tomatoes, as you can see them. Here we have the regular ones. So we have how many lines? 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. So we should be having 4 and 5 of one. So the regular tomatoes all the way till here. Good. And then you start to find the cherry tomatoes. You see the very small ones? Okay, let's look at what we have here. You see them? These are the cherry tomatoes. Look at them. Cherry tomatoes normally sell in the supermarkets for 4,300 francs for 250 gram packet, which means 1 kilogram corresponds to about 17,000 francs. It is one of the most expensive crops that we do sell. But of course, we don't sell for 17,000. We sell at a wholesale price. Here we have bell peppers, as you can see them. 2,000 plants in here. And it is expected that each plant at full harvest would give us about 50 fruits. That's the expectation. Sometimes they go more, sometimes they come less. And when they're less, we try to find out what happened, because all our financial projections are already based on those assumptions. If we know that each plant would produce about 50 fruits on the average, and say 10 fruits make a kilogram, so we're getting about 5 kilograms per plant. And if we're selling each kilogram at, say, 2,000 francs or 3,000 or 4,000, because normally they sell between 5,000 in some supermarkets to about 13,900 in other supermarkets for a kilogram. So even if we are selling for 4,000 francs a kilogram, and you have 2,000 plants, and hoping that each one of them gives us 5 kilograms, now you know what we can get from this very small section of the greenhouse. And that's just a third of this entire greenhouse. Same for the cherry tomatoes. Each plant on the cherry tomatoes, we should be expecting an average of about 8 kilograms. And if you're selling each kilogram here, say for 5,000 francs, and you have 2,000 plants, then you can see what you can get. And that's us selling at the wholesale price. If we were selling at the retail, then it would be a lot different. Which is why, of course, our next phase of the company is certainly coming out with a supermarket that would carry all our products. Here we have bell peppers which are already in production. You will can take a look at see how many plants an average. How many fruits on the average we can get per plant. I think if you look right here, we have 5 of them. Here we still have 4. Yeah. So normally they are still about 80 centimeters tall. They would have to grow till about 2 meters. And this process would go on, the harvest process would go on for about 3 months to harvest all of that. Yeah, so within the space of 720 square meters, you have 6,000 plants. And if each plant is giving you, 5 kilograms, right? And with the expectation that, let's just say the average you would sell each kilogram would be 3,000 francs. So we have 3,000 times 6,000 plants. So it comes out to about 18 million francs CFA. Then looking at the cost of production, so from salaries you would incur, maintenance if you would have to do, utilities from water, electricity, and then also buying inputs from the bags. We have to buy from the soil. Sometimes we buy many things that go in for us to have what you have going on in here. You know, having a greenhouse at this state, it's very, very important. Look at that. Having a greenhouse at this particular state where all plants are similarly doing very well, it's something that you will rarely find. It takes experts like those we have here to be able to get this done. For those of you who don't know, we work with a lot of people, so we've been able to attract expertise from several parts. We have individuals from Ghana, we have individuals from Kenya, and we have Cameroonians. Our whole idea was Kenyans, of course, they've had an advancement in greenhouse farming. And what is better to do? Either going there to study and then coming back here trying to adapt to our own local realities, or we bring them here for them to train us on our own soils. That was exactly what we did. We got them here so they can train us on our own soils with our own resources. Because many a times, you know, you would have, we have this government program where students go to Israel to learn greenhouse farming. But of course, by the time they come back, the realities of Cameroon and Israel are very different. So it's very difficult for them to be able to replicate what they learned out in Israel. And that's why most of them who go, they come back, they end up becoming consultants. They end up becoming presenters. They end up becoming, podium entrepreneurs. You know, they can talk a lot about the business, but they are not actually able to practice the business. Not because they cannot, but usually because the foundation is not really there. See how clean these farms are? Look at that. Look at this. So I wanted to do this video for some of you to see. I remember one of my presentations, people asked, what is the profitability within the greenhouse? This is it. It comes with being very, very precise with your production. It comes with making sure that there's uniformity in your production. It comes in making sure that you are able to understand the market and you're able to understand what to grow, how to grow. You see, when we started doing this, people never believed that it would go anywhere. People never believe we're actually doing anything serious. But I realized that why would Cameroon import tomatoes? Why would Cameroon import strawberries when we have the soils to grow these things here? And the idea was, I realized, how do they grow them out there? They actually grow them in greenhouses. So if we could adapt our own greenhouses to the realities of our own country and national ecosystem, then of course we can also make these greenhouses work here like they work abroad. And that's what we did. Being able to design greenhouses that are adapted to every ecological zone as we have them, and being able to get experts who would grow them the way they actually do them abroad, so we can have products of particular quality as it is expected for the price that it is to be sold at. For example, these colored bell peppers sell for 13,900 for imported ones. Can you believe that? But again, the local ones, which we grow and supply to these various supermarkets, they sell for 7,900. And the rationale is it is imported. And you still find that there are people who prefer the imported one, even though our products would tend to last longer on the shelves and they are more healthier because we grow them right here, and 30 minutes after harvest, we have them on the shelves. You get me? But again, people still prefer because it is imported and all of that. And that was one of the challenges we had before we started supplying to supermarkets. We were told that Cameroonians, their mentality wasn't yet ready for locally grown bell peppers or strawberries or cherry tomatoes. And we told them that with time, we're going to debunk that. And today, behold, we have many people who want our bell peppers, who want our cherry tomatoes, who want our strawberries. That is how we are going to impact the entire markets. Introducing crops that are normally not grown and selling at a price that is a local price. Because we believe that good food should be consumed by all. It is very important for us. Going forward, we are going to continue replicating these greenhouses, setting up so many farms. But our whole idea is to have as many greenhouses as possible so we can create an entire distribution and market for greenhouse grown products. This way, you know where to go when you need the finest of your products. And that's here at Greenhouse. This has been a wonderful presentation. I hope each and every one of you did enjoy it. I hope that next time maybe we would be able to bring you to the farms with us and enjoy this cozy environment like we're having it in here. Look at that. Sometimes I just have to be here to re-energize myself. Thank you all. Thank you for your attention. See you on the next episode of Let's Talk Business in Cameroon, so we can continue to see the different aspects of different agricultural innovations that not only us at Greenhouse Ventures are creating, but there are many others doing wonderful things. I believe that once we get to that point where we know what is actually available, we believe that we can actually make it happen here. There are many more of us who will turn to what we are doing and call this a noble profession. I believe that greenhouse farming and agriculture in general should be an avenue where each and every one of us should look at it. Even though we tend to want to think about it only at retirement when we are almost out of energy, I want people to begin thinking of agriculture at the very early stages of life. It shouldn't be a profession which you only want to do when you get old, because at that time you don't enjoy it. Doing agriculture for me is like I retired already. So if this is how I live my retirement, then I'll live it every day. And this is why I love what I do. See you again on the next. I hope you did enjoy this episode. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe to our various channels, be it on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and on Twitter, wherever we are. We would have certainly some good news for you going forward. Thank you and have a wonderful one.